Cindy here, autistic adult, and I'm gonna watch the infamous I Am Autism video. And I found it 3 weeks ago, but I was scared to watch it, but I've read a transcript of what it said in the video. So all I did on the video 3 weeks ago was leave a comment basically saying it's propaganda and it's a dumpster fire, and you know, just basically saying don't support this organization known as Autism Speaks. Because of propaganda like what I am about to witness for myself. This is how Autism Speaks sees me. And I'm gonna see this, and I'm gonna see and listen to how this organization talks about me. Because they seem to leave autistic people out of the picture, except to be like, oh, look how tragic and sad they are. You know, look, this is what's wrong with the world, and we have to fix it to make it better. So be afraid of this condition. You know, be afraid of this neurodevelopmental disorder. Because autism is not a disease. It's not a mental illness. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder. Now, when I watch this video, I'm probably going to swear and make rude gestures because I'm not going to practice my impulse control. You know, I didn't get impulse control until my 30s. So, it used to be that as soon as I thought it, out it came. I'd say it, or I would do it. It'd be like, you know, oh, I want to play with my spinner. And, you know, I'd just grab the spinner instead of, you know, waiting 5 more seconds. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just let that spin for a minute. I'm spinning my spinner on my desk. But anyway, I'm going to turn this dumpster fire on, and I'm going to actually watch it all the way through for the first time. So whatever reaction you see is going to be my first one, the real one, and let's go. Don't like the music.
I am autism. I'm visible in your children, but if I can help it, I am invisible to you until it's too late. I know where you live. And guess what? I live there too.
Of course, I'm me.
I hover around all of you. I know no color barrier, no religion, no morality, no currency. I speak your language fluently, and with every voice I take away, I acquire yet another language.
What?
I work very quickly. I work faster than pediatric AIDS, cancer, and diabetes combined.
Oh, shut up.
And if you are happily married, I will make sure that your marriage fails. Your money will fall into my hands, and I will bankrupt you for my own self-gain.
Yeah, you will.
I don't sleep.
Autism Speaks.
So I make sure you don't either. I will make it virtually impossible for your family to easily attend the temple, a birthday party, a public park, without a struggle, without embarrassment, without pain. You have no cure for me. Your scientists don't have the resources, and I relish their desperation.
Oh, shut up.
Your neighbors are happier to pretend that I don't exist. Of course, until it's their child.
Yeah.
I am autism. I have no interest in right or wrong. I derive great pleasure out of your loneliness. I will fight to take away your hope.
Oh,
I
bite
will
me.
plot to rob you of your children and your dreams. I will
Bite
make sure
me.
that every day you wake up, you will cry, wondering who will take care of my child after I die.
Right, a
And the
cactus.
truth is, I am still winning, and you are scared, and you should be. I am autism. You ignored me. That was a mistake.
You.
And to autism I say,
I am a father.
a mother,
A grandparent.
Oh, here we go with the parents
we will
now.
spend every waking hour trying to weaken you.
We don't need sleep because we will not rest until you do.
Family can be much stronger than autism ever anticipated, and we will not be intimidated by you, nor will the love and strength of my community.
Oh
I am
my
a parent
God.
riding towards you, and you can push me off this horse time and time again, but I will get up, climb back on, and ride on with the message.
Autism?
Right, a
You
cactus.
forget who we are. You forget who you are dealing with. You forget the spirit of mothers and daughters and fathers and sons.
What about autistic people?
We are the United States.
What about us? What about me?
United Nations.
Oh my God.
We are coming together in all climates.
We call on all faiths. We search with technology
And voodoo.
prayer and
Herbs, genetic studies.
And a growing awareness you never anticipated.
We have had challenges, but we are the best when overcoming them.
we speak the only language that matters. Love for our children.
We
Our
mean hate.
capacity to love is greater than your
Hate.
capacity to overwhelm.
autism is naive.
You are alone.
We are a community of warriors.
We have a voice.
You think because some of our children cannot speak, we cannot hear them? That is autism's weakness.
You think that because my child lives behind a wall, I am afraid to knock it down with my bare hands?
You have not properly been introduced to this community of parents and grandparents, of siblings and friends and school teachers.
What about autistic people?
Pediatricians and scientists.
Autism, if you are not scared, you should be.
When you came for my child, you forgot.
You came for me.
Autism.
Are you listening?
Oh my god. That's like telling autistic people all these things. Oh my oh my god. I'm actually so angry that I'm laughing. Oh my god. God, I feel like I've just been like... I feel like somebody just dumped a whole bunch of slime on my brain. My apologies to people who enjoy stimming with slime. I don't like it. Slime is like a sensory... Ugh. I feel like I just watched slime and it felt like somebody just dumping it on my body. It was just sickening. Sickening. This is what Autism Speaks thinks of autistic people. And it's funny that they say all these pitiful things about how autistic people are such pitiful creatures. And then it goes on to be all about the parents. You know, that just shows they do not speak for us. Autism speaks for, like, autism parents. You know, even though there are autistic people who are not capable of speech with their mouth, and I do not speak as well in a conversation as I do to my camera. So I know there are people thinking, oh my god, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what autism is like, blah blah blah. Go through my channel. I have videos of my meltdowns and how violent they are. I have videos of my stimming. I talk about my difficulties, and you know, I talk about some of the gifts sometimes. You know, because you know, every autistic person is unique in how it affects them. And it's not a hierarchy of high-functioning, mildly autistic people down to severe, low-functioning autistic people. That's not how it works. You know, for you to say that I'm high-functioning because I can talk, it erases my difficulties. And is saying that low-functioning autistic people have, like, nothing of merit to them, that ignores the things they can do. And you know, maybe all they can do is laugh, and it's a gorgeous, beautiful sound. That's something you latch on to. Make them laugh. Bring out that positive thing. Because you know what? When you connect to them in the way that they can connect to you, if you connect to me the way I connect best to you, you know what? You can draw them out and encourage them to do more. But, you know, when you stand there judging and just be like, oh, what a shame, that's so sad. She can't even get dressed. It's like, you know what? Sometimes I can't get dressed. Sometimes I have to stand there and figure it out. Sometimes I need somebody to help me get dressed because my brain just will not figure it out, even though I did it fine yesterday. Sometimes that happens. I don't drive a car because there's too much sensory stuff going on. I would not be able to drive safely. If I was on like a highway somewhere heading to Las Vegas where there's no cars, okay. But in traffic, no. You know, there are a lot of things that I can't do, but there are things that I can do. And I just happen to have a lot of things that I can do. But I still don't react and do things like is expected of a 37-year-old adult because I'm autistic. I'm also developmentally disabled. Yeah, there's no intellectual problem here, but, you know, that doesn't make intellectually disabled people any less. Okay, but I do not match the behavior of a 37-year-old. Because I'm me. So, and my developmental disability is mostly physical, just how I look, because I don't look 37, do I? People think I'm a teenager most of the time, until I tell them, and they're like, wow. So, I was born in 1980. Yeah. But anyway, Autism Speaks doesn't know crap about autism or autistic people. It caters to the parents and the caregivers. It caters to everybody but autistic people. We are like the shadow in the picture that is not even really a person to Autism Speaks. And when you support them, you further messages like this. You further the idea that we are somebody that needs to be rescued, when really what we need is understanding and acceptance. When you work with our sensory issues and our struggles and what we have trouble with, and when you adjust the environment to accommodate us better so that we can function better in it, you know, take down that bright pink wallpaper and put up like, you know, like maybe a pastel yellow or maybe a dark blue or, you know, a neutral color. And all of a sudden we're more alert because we're not behind, you know, we're not dealing with that color looking like the sun is shining on our face and it hurts. You know, you see your kid and they're like, you know, or they start going like this when you put on a certain shirt. It could be the shirt just hurts and it feels bad. Get them a different shirt. It's things like that that make a huge difference in our life. Get us STEM toys. You know, if your kid is putting their shirt in their mouth and chewing it, get them a STEM toy they can chew on, and their shirts will not have a whole bunch of holes in them all the time. You see? You know, when you make life easier for the autistic person and you account for, you know, what their behavior might be communicating, and you resolve that, you know, their behavior calms down. And suddenly life gets better. And yes, I know there are autistic people who have extensive support needs and their communication is not understandable. You know, autistic people who can't be alone because they can hurt themselves. They still matter. And they are the ones who get spoken over and treated the worst a lot of times by society. You know, their family and their caregivers can be so overwhelmed and scared. There's an autism mom I know, you know, on YouTube who fought for 10 years to get her autistic son the support he needs. He needs nursing care because he also has epilepsy, but he has extreme self-injurious behavior. You know, he can break bones in his face if he's allowed to keep hitting. So somebody has to redirect him, find out what's causing the behavior, resolve it, calm him down. His name is James, and he's absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Supermodel pretty. I mean, he's just gorgeous. And he's a wonderful man. You know, he's in his 20s. He's a wonderful man. And society would just throw him away. You know, what you say with Autism Speaks, what they say in I Am Autism, they're saying it about James, they're saying it about me, they're saying it about all autistic people everywhere. And when you donate to them, you're agreeing with that message that we're some poor little things that cannot function and that we need to be rescued, that we're behind a wall. I'm not behind any damn wall. The wall is in your brain, not mine. When you force me to look neurotypical, you're putting me behind a wall. You're putting me in a shell. You're not breaking me out of it. When you work with me, with my issues, with how I communicate, with my need for routine, you know, with my sensory issues, when you accommodate those things and come to my level where I communicate from and just accept that, you know, I'm going to think differently than you do, I mean, it's incredible what happens. Because when you come into my world, you know, I may be able to climb into yours a little bit, but my world and your world are not the same. And why should I want to, like, interact with you on your level when you won't come to mine? And that's what Autism Speaks can never get right. So Autism Speaks sees us as less, as broken, as tragic. And they put us down. They shove us down as something less to society, just to make you donate to them. They exploit us for your gain, and that's not right. But that's what Autism Speaks does. So don't donate to them in April, please. Don't light it up blue. Wear red for the color of autism acceptance. Red instead. And look up ASAN, the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. And also look up AWN, the Autism Women's Network. those are autistic-led charities, and they are good charities to donate to because they're run by autistic people for autistic people. They're not run by neurotypicals for every person except the autistic person. We should be in the center of the picture, not on the fringe. Okay?